alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult. Dominic Lawton can be wild. Welcome to the bad movie cult.
Hello and welcome to the Bad Movie Cult podcast, where each week we guide you through a film step by step, and at the end we decide if it's good enough or bad enough to be inducted into the Bad Movie Cult. And you join us on a very special episode. It's the 100th episode of this podcast proper. I am your host, Dominic Lawton. I am joined by Mr. Kenby Wild.
Hello.
And to celebrate the 100th episode, there's only one film we could possibly do.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It's been a millstone around our neck since we very first started the podcast. All you fucks. Oh, when are you going to do The Room? Oh, wait, when's that going to happen? I'm going to mark you down for doing The Room.
Do you know, we'd never even heard of the film.
Yeah, yes.
Which is another question. Oh, have you guys ever heard of the film The Room? It was like, no, of course we fucking haven't.
That's like when horror fans are like,
Oh, when the films, they do it, when they mention stuff in films, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, this reminds me of the film The Evil Dead. I enjoy that film. Have you ever seen that? And The Evil Dead? No, what's that?
Yeah.
And you think, oh, shut up.
when you talk about like...
We've all seen it.
When you talk about like, oh, what's the worst horror you've seen? And they're like, have you seen The Human Centipede? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Part 2. It's the only one worth watching.
Well, I'm in it, so of course I've seen that one. Anyway, this week we are covering the 2003 Tommy Wiseau written, directed and starred film
Everything else.
The Room.
A perfect world.
These are for you.
Thanks, honey. They're beautiful.
A perfect life.
I would do anything for my girl. I love you, Lisa.
I love you, Johnny.
He provides for you. Darling, you can't support yourself.
I don't love him anymore. He didn't get his promotion, and he got drunk last night, and he hit me.
It's not true. I did not hit her. Well, maybe you should have a girl, Mark. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe I have one already. I don't know yet. We can't do this anymore. Johnny's my best friend. This will be our secret.
Don't worry. You can trust me.
We are expecting. I'm your future husband.
You sure about that?
Please talk to me, please. You're having an affair with Lisa, aren't you?
I need more from life than what Johnny can give me.
She's a sociopath. She can't love anyone.
There is no baby. I told him that to make it interesting.
She's such a manipulative witch.
You're hurting yourself. You're hurting our friendship.
I treat you like a princess, and you stab me in the back. You are tearing me apart, Lisa! Hey, Denny. Where's my money, Denny? Put the gun down.
What the hell is wrong with you? Just shut up.
Hey! Stop it up with this world.
The Room, a film with the passion of Tennessee Williams, directed by Tommy Wiseau. The best movie of the year. Experience this quirky new black comedy. It's a riot.
What the fucking hell was that?
That was from the official Tommy Wiseau YouTube page as well.
Fucking hell.
So the sound quality is exactly as it is in the fucking...
I like the fact they try and get away with the black comedy at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No.
There's no fucking attempt at comedy in this.
No, I think he's, retroactively said...
Yes, he has, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was always meant to be like, no, fuck off.
Right.
I've got a plot for you, Ken,
Yes,
anyway.
please, go on.
In San Francisco, an amiable banker's seemingly perfect life is turned upside down when his deceitful bride-to-be embarks on a passionate affair with his best friend.
Oh, no. That sounds fucking boring, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
That's a film I'd never fucking watch. Absolutely never.
The film stars Tommy Wiseau
Oh, right.
as Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Fun fact for you, Ken, after low ticket sales, the film was almost immediately pulled from cinemas, but Tommy Wiseau paid to keep the film playing in one cinema for 2 weeks so it would be eligible for Oscar nominations.
How did he get on?
Got some taglines for you.
Please. What the fuck is this? Is that one of them?
Can you ever really trust anyone?
Oh, that's a poignant sort of question, isn't it? Very profound.
We heard it in the trailer, but a film with the passion of Tennessee Williams. Fucking
Yeah, Tennessee Williams now.
yeah.
Dead.
Fucking Billy D. Williams, maybe.
Billy Greenbush.
Once you go in, you never come out.
What the fuck is that? That's the Labyrinth bloody tagline. Should you need us? Is that one of them?
Some of these are definitely retroactively added. A story of love and betrayal that will tear you apart in capital letters.
Okay.
You know what they say? Love is blind.
What is love?
Are you ready to see the reflection of your life? Enter the room and leave forever changed.
Enter the room and leave as quickly as possible. That doesn't make any sense. It's not a fucking reflection of my life, this. How dare they?
I don't know. It seems a bit like your life.
Oh, fuck, I knew you'd be bringing this up. You're tearing me apart, Dom!
Tommy Wiseau submitted the film to Paramount Pictures, hoping to get them on board as distributor. Usually it takes about 2 weeks to get a reply from a studio. This movie, however, was rejected within 24 hours.
Well, if only they'd fucking thought about it, because now I bet more people know about this than they ever fucking dreamed.
Yeah. The facts, the fun facts for this are longer than my dick. So if you're interested in the fun facts, IMDb, we're not going to go through them all. IMDb, there's millions of them. They're all insane.
Most of them are all from Greg Sestero as well, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah, he's made he tours on this, you know.
Yeah.
He visits when they show this. He goes out on tour with this film.
So does Tommy.
Really?
Yeah, Tommy does as well.
I thought he was just writing 3 words a day on Twitter and that was it.
No, Tommy also tours it.
You can buy this film from Tommy Wiseau. He'll sign it, and you can also buy some underpants from him.
Damn right.
Why wouldn't you? Get on board. Get involved.
Yeah, so Greg Sestero plays Mark, his best friend. I don't know if you know, but it's his best friend, Ken.
I think I've written it down later.
He wrote a book about describing his experiences making this film. It's called The Disaster Artist, which was turned into a book. Sorry, it was turned into a film starring James and Dave Franco. Interestingly enough, we said Oscar nominations before. That film did receive an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay. I will say as well that I actually don't really rate Franco's portrayal as Tommy Wiseau in that film. A lot of people love it. I
haven't bothered seeing it.
Yeah, I've probably watched the first half hour of it, but I ended up just wanting to watch The Room, to be honest, when I was watching it.
That's why I don't really like those kind of things.
Yeah.
That's like when you watch riff tracks, which ironically is pretty much what we're doing. But I just wanted to watch the actual fucking film instead. I turned off, I think it was Samurai Cop. I turned Samurai Cop riff tracks off because I thought, no, I just want to watch the fucking original film, please.
Yeah.
That's a lot funnier without it being hilariously funny for you to say stuff.
Yeah, Mystery Science Theatre works, and Riff Tracks works really well when the films are like you can't watch them on their own because they're so bad.
Yeah. But
like the 50s kind of films, and Space Mutiny is another good one.
If you've never heard of them, something like that perhaps. But no, I did because we did Samurai Cop, and I thought, go on, I'll watch somebody else's. I don't like doing it if we're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't either now.
In case we accidentally borrow.
Yeah, that's exactly why I stopped watching Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theatre.
But no, I don't like.
I also think that they kind of struggle when the films are intentionally. I've heard people say like, "Why don't we cover Sharknado and stuff like that?" And I think stuff that it knows it's fucking bollocks.
It's a bit more difficult, isn't it?
It's the same with.
We found it difficult ourselves. We've done a couple that are like
so stupid,
and it's just we just tell you what happens.
Yeah,
which you find out if you watched it. We can't add to anything like that.
Yeah, it's much better when it's done proper seriously and you can take the piss out of it.
Which is why we've done Ghost and The Shining and stuff like that, that's very serious film, and we can just laugh about stuff that you probably haven't noticed. Or maybe you have and thought, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. And that's also why we haven't done Samurai Cop 2, which is another film that people have asked us to do, because that's too fucking silly.
Tommy's in that as well, isn't
he?
Tommy
is, yeah.
Wiseau's in that.
Yeah. And also, this is probably why we've put this one off, because there's not going to be much stuff we're going to be saying in this that people haven't already fucking said, because it's so riffed, this film, and so covered. But
I mean, deservedly so.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant.
But I remember as I was writing the notes for this, I was thinking, like, God, man, I also think this about every film we ever cover. Like, how are we going to make this funny? But
that's probably what the listeners think as well.
Yeah, that's true. And they didn't at the end.
Yeah, and then they just thought, I wish they had made it funny.
I have some keywords, Ken.
Yes, please.
Imitating a chicken. It's the first keywords on the list.
Some of my favourite moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best friend.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they are.
Betrayal.
Oh, it's a bitch.
Marijuana cigarette. Throwing a football.
Oh, yes.
Breast cancer.
Oh, dear.
Female nudity.
Mm-hmm.
Male rear nudity.
Not half.
So, have you got anything to say about this, Ken, before we crack into it?
No, I think I've only seen this a couple of times, this film.
I remember I gave you this, didn't I, on USB?
Yes, that was the first time I ever watched it.
I had a look at that, and I think that was about 2006. That was
Really?
Yeah, because you were living it. Lucas was a little bambino.
He was, yes.
So this came out 2003. You'd have seen it 2006.
It was
because it was hard to get hold of in England.
Yeah, I've got the DVD.
Yeah.
But it's still sealed.
Yeah.
So I've not watched it again since.
Yeah.
But obviously it's pride of place with all of my other Burial Ground, all of those kind of films. Then I've got The Room with Troll 2, all of the collection of absolutely ridiculous but funny films. So I've only seen it a couple of times, and I've forgotten a lot that happens. And fucking hell, it's a long film.
Oh, yeah.
It's only like, what is it, 99, is it?
Something
it's
like
just
that.
like an hour and 40 or something like that. But Jesus Christ, it seems to go on forever.
Yeah.
But it is so funny. I was sat watching it with my headphones on whilst, my daughter's in the other room, and she had to keep coming in to see what I was laughing at. I'm just sat there just like, all the way through, just like, what? Yeah.
I think half of what makes this funny is the line deliveries, which I think we struggle with as covering films.
Yeah, but also, I think the lines themselves and the where it goes in terms of what they thought, well, we'll keep that in.
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah.
Bits that happen that you just think, what the fuck was that? And then nothing. It was absolutely nothing. You didn't need to worry about it, but they kept it in anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be up to us, Ken, to pan some gold out of this that isn't just us repeating the lines in a stupid voice, because we'll get downgraded for that. Don't you worry about that.
I'm done with hating my life. Well, we didn't do it with Olivia Gruner, so we're not going to do it now. Of course we are. What a fucking month of accents.
Yeah.
Haven't we had a month of accents here?
Haven't we just? Anyway, let's crack into it.
Let's do this.
We had a nice shot of San Francisco to start us off. Probably the best thing in the film.
I've put well, it's quite good, actually, the establishing shots of San Francisco. All of the external shots and everything. We get the credits. We get Tommy Wiseau's name about 5 times at least.
Always a good track of how good a film is.
Yeah, he's also the first person we see on a tram going past.
I thought there's a vampire on that tram there, just driving past.
And at 2 minutes, 20 seconds, the whole film's ruined when he speaks for the first time.
Hi, babe. I have something for you.
And you just think, what's he? Yeah, and you think it is, as Dom said, you think it's somebody from What You Do in the Shadows.
Yeah, it's quite quite special how bad Tommy Wiseau is at delivering lines.
Isn't it?
Because if he'd have tried to do it as bad as that, it would have been terrible.
Yeah, and it would just have been awful. But the fact is, it's real.
Yeah. He's talking to his girlfriend, Lisa. She's played by Juliette Danielle. She hated the film, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, she went into hiding for years until very recently embracing the fact that this is the one that's made her famous.
I didn't know who she fucking was. I've never
Exactly.
seen her in this shit.
Exactly, yeah. And this has actually led her to getting roles in other terrible films, which she probably wouldn't have got if she didn't star in this.
Well done to her for being consistently terrible.
Yeah. She greets him at the door. He's bought her a present. It's a red dress.
It's a lovely, sexy red dress.
How would you describe Johnny for some viewers that have yet to see Mr. Wiseau?
He looks almost like his face is partially melted.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he? He looks like a wax dummy. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and his hair's just long.
Greasy.
Yeah.
He's wearing a massive suit.
Isn't he? It's like the samurai cop wig.
Yeah. Massive suit on the man.
Yeah, big old suit.
Rubber skin.
And yeah, it just looks like there's a bit too much room in his skin.
Yeah.
For his face to fill it.
Yeah, that's very true. What about Lisa?
Fresh-faced.
Mm. She's not drop-dead knockout.
She's not, no. Even though everyone tells her that she is.
Yeah.
Everyone in the film will tell her that she's absolutely gorgeous. She's beautiful. She's so sexy. And you think...
She's very pretty.
You think, yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful eyes. Green eyes.
Nice tits.
She goes to try the dress on and comes back down to show him. Wow, Lisa, you look so sexy, Lisa.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
That's off screen, that.
Yeah, but we know that that's him.
There's lots of off-screen dubbed dialogue.
It fucking is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
A lot of the reason for that is that Tommy Wiseau could not remember lines, so would always do them incorrect, so he would go back after the fact and redo them himself. And if you weren't freaked out enough by Johnny,
here's Denny.
Here's Denny letting himself into the place.
Yeah, I just put, it's Denny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're wondering who Denny is, fucking no idea. Absolutely no idea. Some fucking rapist.
He's played by Philip Halderman, who is older in real life than Greg Sestero and Juliette Danielle.
He fucking looks
He
it.
looks it.
He looks it.
I think he's supposed to be playing like a school kid, isn't
like
he?
Peter Bark,
It
for
is.
fuck's sake.
This is the modern day version of Peter Bark, isn't he, Denny?
He looks a bit like Bud from Married with Children. He's got that kind of fucking... He's a small bloke, that's it. But you can tell he's a bloke.
Yeah.
You can tell he's an adult man. He's not a child, even though they pretend he is. And to be honest, it just makes him creepier.
According to an interview with Tommy Wiseau, he said that Denny has some sort of mental disorder, but he didn't bother telling Philip Halderman during production.
Well, he must have guessed then, because he appears to be retarded.
Oh, hey, guys.
Oh, hi, Denny.
Wow, look at you.
It's from Johnny.
Anything for my princess.
How much was it?
Denny, don't ask a question like that.
Nice to see you, Denny.
I'm going to take a nap.
Can I go upstairs, too?
Denny, I think I'm going to join him.
Johnny laughs a lot in this, even when he shouldn't.
Yeah, too much, doesn't he?
They head upstairs, leaving Denny alone rather than telling him to leave. Denny waits a sec, then follows them up, and they all have a pillow fight.
Yeah, they're already having a pillow fight when Denny suddenly walks in, to masturbate about something.
We all laugh.
Yeah, and they grab him and oh no, Denny's now on the bed. It's just fucking weird shit.
Denny, do you have something else to do?
I just like to watch you guys.
What? What the fuck?
He says, Denny, two's great, but three's a crowd.
Yeah, it turns out he's got some homework to do anyway. Bye, lovebirds.
Little do we realise we would wish he actually stayed, because what happens next shouldn't be seen by man nor beast. The sexy music hits.
Oh, isn't it sexy?
And we get a love scene.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, sexy song.
Can you describe this love scene to us, Glenn? Can you? What did you see?
To be honest.
What did you like? What did you dislike?
Well, Tommy, Johnny, Tommy playing Johnny, takes off his top. It's a weird old body he's got as well. It's not just his face, is it? What's going on with his body?
He's kind of in shape.
I've written he's kind of ripped, but it looks like he's got too much skin again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like now, if you see like some of the older action stars, when they get ripped at the age of 60, and you can tell that, yeah, okay, but you don't really need to be doing that. He looks like that then.
Yeah.
So fuck knows what he looks like now. Worse, I'd expect.
Do you know what he said, that when this was in production, he was in his 20s?
No, he wasn't.
Fuck off. He was in his fucking 40s at least, wasn't he?
He was not in his 20s. No, unless it took him that long to get the fucking film made.
No.
But anyway, so he looks a bit weird. Lisa, bless her, she gets her tits out, so that's good. So she's trying to help, isn't she? Yes, very nice tits, well done. He doesn't know how to react, so he just sort of like throws rose petals all over him.
There's a lot of like clipping and unclipping of her hair. She does that about 6 times.
Yeah.
Laughing and kissing noises. I hate the overdubbing in these sex scenes.
They are fucking painful, aren't they? And he does laugh as well. He's laughing whilst he's doing all this sexy business.
Yeah, Tommy Wiseau enjoyed doing the sex scene so much he wanted the whole 6 minutes kept in.
Well, thanks.
And wanted 2 more longer sex scenes, but the editor talked him down to splitting the first scene in 2 instead.
So he still got to film them.
But he did like 1 scene instead, because Juliette Danielle refused to do another scene with him, the sex scene.
To be honest.
And she was actually horrified how long the scene was in the film anyway, because she was told it was only going to be a few seconds long.
Yeah, you get some classic Tommy Wiseau buttocks action.
Oh, God.
Violently ill at this point.
Yeah.
This is still the first 5 minutes, isn't it?
Yes.
And we've had 2 minutes. 2 minutes of fucking, like, song.
When he's thrusting, it looks like, when you heat porridge up?
It does. It's oatmeal. He's got oatmeal buttocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks horrible.
When you heat porridge up, listeners, and it bubbles? That's what his arse looks like as he's gyrating on top of her.
As he's thrusting into this young girl.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it really is shocking.
What about the music?
Really poor.
Yeah.
It sounds like if you ever watched the R. Kelly in the Closet.
I've written that like, exact
bonk.
fucking note.
It's got that music and it comes in when you're least expecting it, just like R. Kelly used to.
Oh, no.
And it is far too long, this fucking scene. In fact, all of the sex scenes are far too long.
Yeah, even the ones with Greg in them.
None of them are fucking sexy. None of them are erotic. It's just, yeah. And you don't need to see Tommy Wiseau's ass. Nobody does. Not even him.
Well, after the sex scene mercifully ends, Johnny wakes up, smells a rose, and he goes to the bathroom and he stands up.
Yeah.
And we get a full-on buttocks Mel Gibson walking.
Post-coitus.
Tommy Wiseau was adamant about the shot of him getting out of bed and walking naked to the bathroom be kept in. He said, "I have to show my ass or this movie won't sell." He did numerous takes of the scene and refused to move on until the crew demanded him to do so. And the editor later tried to convince Wiseau to cut the shot, claiming that the sight of it scared his wife. We meet Lisa's mom, Claudette, now. Lisa tells her that she doesn't love Johnny anymore because he's boring and made of wax and possibly an alien.
And he's got oatmeal buttocks.
Oatmeal buttocks, Mom. Oatmeal buttocks.
Thrusting away at me. My young nubile body.
Claudette points out Lisa can't support herself and Johnny is financially secure and promised to buy Lisa a house after buying her a car and a ring, so why wouldn't you stay with him?
Yeah, and it says he's a wonderful man. Wonderful. Just wonderful.
And Lisa says, yeah, well, that's why he's so boring.
Yeah, because he's bought me everything I ever wanted. He's going to buy me a house with other rooms in it. He's bought me a car. There's plenty of room in that. And a ring. No room in there. And clothes. Boring.
Only he bought me a dozen red roses. Is a next
all
line.
the fucking time. You know, like the ones he just peeked and like threw all over my tits.
Claudette tells her to marry him. Then she fucks off.
Yeah,
She's been there long enough.
Anyway, I'm going.
Lisa picks the phone up, rings Mark, Johnny's best mate. He's played by Greg Sestero. As we said, he wrote The Disaster Artist. The character of Mark was named after the actor Matt Damon. According to Sestero in his book, Tommy Wiseau was obsessed with the actor but misheard his name.
Hello?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm very busy. What's going on?
I just finished talking to my mom. She gave me this big lecture about Johnny.
Look, we'll talk about it later. I told you I'm very busy.
We'll talk about it now. Whenever you say we'll talk about it later, we never do. I can't wait till later. I want to talk right now. You owe me one anyway.
Okay, all right, what do you want to talk about?
Not sure what's going on immediately here, are we, with these two?
No.
One, why is she starting with "Hi, babe"?
Yes, because he doesn't seem interested. He's like, why the fuck are you ringing me?
Yeah, he's got no fucking idea what's going on, even after they've had sex 3 times.
Yeah.
He still can't believe what's happening.
That's very true. He's such a cunt in this
He's
market.
a fucking dick, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, so what does he owe her? That's another one.
Yeah.
When she says, "You owe me," he says, "Yeah, go on then. Okay, I can speak."
I like how he's just like, what do you want to talk about? And he's like, my mom. That's actually what we've been talking. He said, my mom's a stupid bitch.
This happens quite a bit, actually, where they just go back on what they've just previously said.
Yeah.
Yeah, she says, she's a stupid bitch trying to control my life, and I will not put up with that. I'm going to do what I want. What do you think I should do?
That's women for you, isn't
and
it?
he's just like, oh, fucking hell, here we go.
Classic women.
Yeah, that's her exact line.
I'm going to do what I want. What do you think I should do?
Yeah, and then
brilliant.
immediately asks somebody else for their opinion.
Well, Mark says, well, you've been very happy with Johnny, but you need to do what you want to do. And they arrange to meet tomorrow. Cut to tomorrow after looking at a tram, so we remember we're in San Francisco. Mark sits down. Lisa pours him a drink. It's hot in here. Do you mind? She's asks.
in full seductress mode.
She starts taking her clothes off. Mark says, I mean, the candles, the music, the sexy dress. What's going on here?
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot, isn't he?
Yeah, because there are no candles or music. So what the
There
fuck's
is some music.
Well, this is our incidental music, not
okay.
in like their world music sort of thing.
Oh, wow.
So there's neither of those, and he's like, the candles, the music.
Yeah, there is no candles. No, I noticed that.
She says, I like you very much, lover boy.
Yeah, and then like sits almost on him. He still hasn't got a clue what's going on, has he, Mark?
No, because you get the assumption that they haven't had sex before this, so why is she calling him lover boy?
Yeah, and babe. And why the fuck would he go around and see her?
Yeah.
Why, unless I'm coming to have some sex, why on earth would you be doing this?
He's like, what are you doing this for?
Yeah.
I never know what you're doing. What are you doing right now?
Classic naive guys.
Mark mentions Johnny's his best friend, and he and Lisa are getting married this month. And Lisa tells him to forget about Johnny, this is about them two. He tells her to go piss up a rope, and goes to leave when Lisa grabs him and tells him that she doesn't care about Johnny and only dreams about Mark. Before you know it, more music hits. You get like a Pavlovian response to any seductive, sexy music. You immediately want to throw up because we're getting another overdubbed kissing and moaning sex scene, this time on the stairs. What are your thoughts on this sex scene, Ken? What did you like? What didn't you like?
I didn't like it at all. I don't like any of these sex scenes. I could just look at tits, just out at home.
Show off.
No, on the internet, obviously.
Mm.
Yeah, and me posters.
Yeah.
No, I don't like any of them.
This one lasts a long time as well, doesn't it?
Too long.
We've had 2 sex scenes in the first 15 minutes.
This is 15 minutes as well, because I wrote it down, because I turned it off at this point. Where did I write it? Johnny's my best friend. You're gonna get married next month. 15 minutes. Turned it off.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Turned it back on. Turned it back on.
More of that later.
I dream about you. I need you to make love to me. I don't think so. Everything's going to be fine. I promise. And then they kiss and they're upstairs.
If the room was written by a British man, I need to make love to me. I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think so, do you?
Oh, no. Think again, lady.
Finally, it gets to the end, and
She slips her hand down his back of his trousers.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sweaty down there, love.
I like his next line, which I think Ken's probably heard more than once. He says, "Why did you do this to me? Why?"
Your touch, like the wind crashing on the sea. Your kiss, as gentle as a summer breeze. Your love is what I need to set me free. A rose is what you are.
Cut to one of my favourite bits of the film.
This scene is total cinema.
I wish you could have seen Ken's movement when he said that.
It's vital to the film in so many ways. It's in many ways it encapsulates the consumerism of America, the community. The community of where we are here and how vital that is to everybody. You know, that you're the person there. You can make a difference. And he makes a difference just by being in this place at this time. And honestly, the repercussions of this scene are endless.
Yeah, and it starts with a bang. Did you see the kid walking past the shop?
No.
Stops and waves at the camera.
That fucking bastard.
As Johnny's pulling up. And, you know, Ken's pretty much said it all there, but what I will add is this is perfect unintentional comedy. You couldn't write a scene in a Naked Gun.
Yeah, you've all seen this film.
You couldn't write a scene in something like Naked Gun with this much unintentional comedy and it'd be this good.
And this scene's fucking everywhere.
It's like, "Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you." Johnny's walked in. He's walked to the counter, and once he takes his sunglasses off, the woman's like, "Oh." That's only then that she knows it was him.
Yeah, looking so indistinguishable as he is.
Yeah, and he's like, "A dozen red roses, please. Here you go. That's me. That'll be $18. Keep the change. Oh, hi, doggy. You're my favourite customer."
Bye.
Done. 20 seconds. The greatest fucking scene in this film. The "oh, hi, doggy" random pat on the head of the random dog who's sitting on the counter.
There is a dog, in fairness. There's a dog there.
Yeah.
We're not sure why, but it fucking is.
"Keep the change. Oh, hi, doggy," just in one fucking sentence. I fucking love that scene so much.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a good fucking... It's not even a half a minute.
Yeah, it's 20 seconds at that, because they go through the dialogue so fucking... Imagine going
he does.
Yeah.
He does. She tries to wait for him to say something, but he just says it all at once.
Imagine going into a flower shop and being done in 30 seconds. "Dozen red roses, thank you, $18. Keep the change. Oh, hi, doggy."
You're my favourite customer.
Bye. Fucking fantastic.
End.
Flawless. No notes. I will say, though, for any fans, I believe that shop's still there.
Really?
To this day.
Is that dog still there?
No, it's dead. You hear me? Dead!
Oh, hi, dead doggy.
Yeah, it's still there, but it's dead.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yeah, can I have a dozen red roses, please?
Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. Here you go.
That's me. How much is it?
It'll be $18.
Here you go. Keep the change. Hi, doggy.
You're my favorite customer.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Meanwhile, Lisa, she's ordering a pizza. Do you know what she orders, Ken? Do you know what her order is?
I didn't write it down, but I wrote she's ordering the shittest pizza I've ever fucking heard of.
She's ordering half Canadian bacon with pineapple, half artichoke and pesto, light on the cheese.
What the fuck is that then?
So it's like
just
tomato on bread with some fucking
toast
artichoke. It's fucking hell.
Shit on toast.
Light on the cheese. It was one of Ken's films, though. The doorbell rings. It's Denny.
Hey, of course it is.
"Hey, what's new? Actually, Denny, I'm really busy. Do you want something to drink?" It's like, what? He says, "No, I'm here looking for Johnny. You look beautiful today. Can I kiss you?"
What? Denny, you little rapist, get out of my fucking flat.
She says, "You're such a little brat." And he says, "I'm just kidding. I love you and Johnny." "Oh, okay. Johnny will be back in a minute if you want to wait." "Oh, no, I've got to go. Bye."
So what the fuck, Denny? Every scene Denny's in makes no fucking sense.
Like the, "You're a brat for asking to kiss me." "I'm kidding." "Oh, okay." "Johnny will be back in a minute. Wait here." He's like, "Oh, absolutely not. I've got to leave."
Absolutely no chance.
Fuck me.
Yep, hated it. I hate every scene Denny's in.
Denny is so fucking creepy.
He fucking is.
He's a bit like the Children of the Corn kid.
Yeah,
he reminds me of him.
He's a bit fucking weird, isn't he?
Sure enough, Johnny is back any minute now.
Yeah, probably past Denny in the fucking hall.
Yeah, that happens a lot where you get multiple knocks on the
Yeah.
door. It's like, well, you would have seen them in the hallway. He gives her the roses.
Yeah, "These are for you," and then just smacks her in the face with these flowers because he stood too close to her. Yeah, and she's just like, "Oh, good." "Oh, did you get that promotion?" He goes, "No."
He says, "I've saved the company bundles and still no promotion. They betray me. They didn't keep their promise. They tricked me and I don't care anymore."
You're like, "Oh, okay." Still.
Fucking hell.
Thanks for the flowers anyway. Cheers, man.
He carries on complaining about how work have taken his ideas and implemented them, and he feels let down until Lisa says, "Yeah, well, at least you have friends. No one's called me today."
Yeah, she says, "I still love you." And he says, "You're the only one who does." And she says, "Yeah, at least you have friends. No calls today. You're right. Computer business is too competitive."
Yeah.
He's like, "What?
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, what?
What
business?"
What that's supposed to do, I think, is to show that she's not just sitting around the house cheating on him.
Oh, she fucking is, though.
Yeah, you never see her work.
Of course not.
Yeah, and I like how he's telling her his problems because she asked, and she turns that about her.
That's women. This whole film's just women right there. Don't you see, Dom? That's what Tommy was telling us.
You know what?
Women.
As I was writing these notes, in my mind, I was like, Ken's going to go on a tangent about women. I knew it as I was writing these.
Yeah. How was your day? Yeah, fine.
Oh, my day.
Yeah,
well, my day.
Well, let me tell you about what happened to me. No, I didn't ask.
Or even worse, how was your day? Oh, it's terrible. What happened was, no. Well, at least you had a day. Because
Yeah.
I've been. Yeah.
Yeah, well, get a load of this.
Yeah. Your day wasn't as shit as my day.
Yeah, be like, yeah, well, at least you've got tits. So your day's obviously better than mine. Fuck's sake.
Is that true, women? Women of the bad movie cult. Are your days brightened up by your own tits? Bad movie cult.
I can't imagine they're not.
Badmoviecult@gmail.com. Let us know. Yes, computer business, too competitive. Do you want me to order a pizza? No, actually.
Yeah,
well, I've already ordered one.
He does say no.
He says, "You think of everything."
What's it got on it? Better not be the fucking pesto.
Pesto and artichokes.
Better not be pesto and shit. Have you ordered shit again?
Artichokes are delicious, though.
You idiot.
She brings him a glass of cognac and then pours vodka into it.
Yeah, because she says you need a drink. He says, "I don't drink. You know that."
She's like, "You can have a drink for me. And why not have cognac and vodka together?"
That is a tasty beverage.
She does mention cognac, so that's how you know it is cognac. And then fucking vodka into it as well.
Well, why not? He doesn't drink. How's he supposed to know?
Yeah, he's a good man. He doesn't drink, so declines. But Lisa says that if you love me, you'll drink it. So he does.
He does. Unfortunately, it's arsenic and his insides melt to match his outsides.
Let's drink and have some fun. And we cut to them having the time of their lives.
My fucking God.
Have you ever had this much fun whilst drinking?
It's this kind of film footage that makes me wish I could have fun like this.
Yeah. Lisa has got Johnny's tie around her head.
Oh, my God.
And Johnny is spilling the drink all over himself.
Oh, he's laughing like a fucking retarded child.
And I tell you what, in my own personal experience, I don't know about you, there's nothing the women of your life love, male listeners, than when you spill your own alcoholic drink down yourself. They laugh so much.
They do, yes. They don't just tut and say, "I think you've fucking had enough now, haven't you?"
Yeah, why don't you go to bed?
Yeah, they don't do any of that. They fucking laugh their heads off because they've got your fucking clothes tied around their head.
I'm tired, I'm wasted, and I love you, darling. They tell each other they love each other again, and another song hits.
Oh, yes.
She says, come and make love to me. And he's like, "Dah."
And he's just like, fucking again.
Yeah.
You're like a bitch in heat, Lisa.
Like a bitch in heat. 26 minutes in, we've had 3 sex scenes. That's a sex scene every 8.6 minutes, Ken.
And she's been in all of them. The dirty bastard.
What are your thoughts on this sex scene, Ken? What did you like? What didn't you like?
Well, this one for me is a highlight. It's pretty much the same as the first one, where we get some tits, yes, from Lisa, thankfully. And unfortunately, we get some buttocks, which are from Johnny.
They're the same shots, aren't they?
Yes.
We even get the water cascading.
Yeah,
It's the same shot.
I had it on side-by-side comparison with 2 screens, just monitoring it frame by frame. And I can confirm, some of these scenes are identical.
It looked like they've just been brightened a bit to give you the look of a bit more of a look at the oatmeal.
Yeah, we got zoomed in right up close.
Yeah.
See the liquid texture,
the frothing, of the milk,
the bubbling.
Yeah, yeah. Cut to the next day.
Still, again, nice tits. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm tired. I'm wasted. I love you, darling.
Come on, make love to me.
Cut to the next day, and Lisa's planning a surprise birthday party.
Oh, hooray!
First guest, her mom.
Yeah, here she is.
She tells Lisa that that jerk Harold wants half her house.
Oh, fuck's sake, not Harold.
Harold is her mom's brother.
Ugh.
Not only that, she got the results back of her test.
All right, how's that going?
She definitely has breast cancer.
Shit.
She must go to the same doctor that Neil Breen goes to.
Well, that's bad news.
That's an interesting subplot, isn't it,
I can't
Ken?
wait to see how that progresses.
Lisa says, don't worry about it. They're curing lots of people every day.
Yeah, she's like, whatever.
Yeah, she says, I'm sure I'll be all right. And we move on to another topic, and it's never brought up again.
No.
And that's true. That subplot is mentioned then.
It's
well,
not,
they're
no.
curing people every day. Done.
So maybe she'll be fine. Maybe she was. And that's why it wasn't worth mentioning it ever again.
And the mom says, well, at least you have a good man. And she says, you're wrong, Mom. He's not what you think he is. He didn't get his promotion. He got drunk last night and he hit me.
Ah! What?
And the
No!
mom, well, you'd assume that's how the mom would react. Instead, she just says, Johnny doesn't drink.
Yeah, so that story's bullshit.
And
What else? What else you got?
Lisa says, well, he did last night and I don't love him anymore.
This is the second time she's told her mom this. And her mom's reacting like it's the first time every time.
Yeah, honestly, though, there's maybe 3 or 4 scenes until the end of the film where they have this same conversation.
Yes, they do.
And it's every single time
so
the mom...
does Lisa and Mark. They have the same conversation. Like he doesn't remember ever having sex with her until it happens again.
There is a fact on IMDb that made me laugh out loud, because the fact that this is a fact that IMDb have kept on, and not just like they get rid of like your opinion. It's like just facts, but they've kept this one on, and it's the fact that from the love scene with Mark on the staircase through until the party at the end of the film. Oh fucking hell! What was it they say?
Nothing happens?
Yeah, nothing affects the plot of the film from when Mark first has sex with Lisa until an hour later.
Well, that's true.
Nothing moves the plot forward.
No.
And that's... IMDb have just left that on there because...
It's a fact.
It's a fucking fact.
Because they'd have to dispute that as a fact, wouldn't they? And they can't.
Well, the mom reminds her that he's a financial security, and Lisa asks her to leave, saying she has to meet a client and they'll talk about it later. Lisa loves bringing stuff up, and when someone replies, she says, I don't want
to talk about that.
Yeah.
She does that fucking loads later on.
Yeah.
Isn't that just like women, though, eh?
Oh.
He's your financial security.
Anyway, what the fuck's this next scene? We got 2 twats in Johnny and Lisa's apartment.
Who the fucking hell are these 2? And this will not be the last time I ask the question of who the fucking hell's this. But who the fucking hell are these?
I can't believe this scene's in the film. You get like comedy music in the background. In the fucking background. They start eating pieces of chocolate together at the same time.
Big fucking chocolates out of a box.
Yeah.
He feeds her a massive big chocolate and then kisses her straight away while she's fucking eating it, which is disgusting.
Yeah, I said that's not as sexy as you think it would be.
It's like, you know, when people are sitting there eating their breakfast and then take a coffee whilst they're eating. It's like that, except they're kissing. It's supposed to be a sexy, sexy
Is it like
business.
when you take a mouthful of
Breakfast.
all bran and then your missus eats it out of your mouth.
Like a hungry baby bird.
Yeah.
That kind of shit.
It is a bit like that.
Yeah. And then he eats another one off her neck. It's a massive fucking chocolate.
It is massive. It takes him ages to eat it.
Exactly, yeah. And then she gives him another one and heads down, 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 while he pulls a stupid fucking face, which is basically saying, blowjob.
Yeah, but her head isn't even near his cock by the time he's pulling these faces.
No.
These stupid fucking face while this stupid music plays.
Well, anyway, that's the end of that scene.
Yeah, Lisa and Claudette, they come back. Claudette asks, what are these characters doing here?
She actually says things that I was thinking.
That's true.
In that exact phrase, she says, what are these two characters doing
She
here?
even says characters.
Yeah, and it's like, that's a good question. What the fuck is going on?
She actually says that later on in the film as well.
I've got
Something
that,
that
well.
I said.
I've got that as well, where
Yeah.
she just says the same thing that you're thinking as the viewer.
Hmm.
I don't know whether she just ad-libbed those.
Yeah.
Anyway, it turns out that these two fucking idiots are Michelle and Mike.
Yeah.
Who sometimes come and study, even though they're like 30 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We went to bloody Oliver Grunier's fucking college or some shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway, they leave immediately. But wait, who's this? It's Denny. Hello, Denny.
No, Denny.
And this is where the mum says, how many people turn up at your fucking apartment every bastard day? And I thought, that's a good question, isn't it? Because here's Denny. Anyway, Denny just turns up. He asks for some sugar, some flour, and a stick of butter. And the mum says, will you fuck off? Have you not got a kitchen in your house? And he does. He fucks off.
Yeah.
So,
I'll come back later.
Yeah. It's like, what a useless twat.
Well, who is Denny? Well, we get some backstory.
Thankfully we do, yes, because we're all wondering, aren't we? Well, I was. Every time he turned up, I punched my fucking laptop, but still, let's find out what's Denny's backstory.
Turns out Johnny wanted to adopt Denny.
Well, even though he's 30.
Yeah, but instead waited until he was 18 and bought him an apartment in the same building, and he's paying for him to go through school.
Why did he wait?
Because maybe he didn't want the paedophilia accusation. He already looks a bit like Michael Jackson as it is, so...
I suppose.
Lisa reminds the mom how caring Johnny is about the people in his life, except the ones he beats, of course, which she seems to have forgotten about that she's told her mom that.
So she's convincing her mum that he's really caring and he's a great guy.
Yeah. And the mum tells her not to hurt Johnny, and then the lad comes back, Mike, to grab his books, and then his boxer shorts as well. He left him on the bed, on the sofa.
I think that he tries to put them in his pocket, but they find them, and the mum holds them up and goes, what the bloody hell?
Yeah.
Pants, underpants,
and
underpanties.
And we all laugh.
Yes, they do. It's a very funny story, though. How has he put his trousers back on? How's he forgotten to put his underpants on if his trousers are on?
One leg at a time. Got a horse. Got a wrench.
Okay, sorry, yeah, I understand how he's put trousers on. But why would he do that without putting on his underpants first?
Wouldn't it have been better if Mike was played by Cold Iron in this?
Oh, yes, it would.
Cold Iron.
Yes, it would, obviously. Still, we don't know, and off he goes.
Yeah, how did he put his pants on without realising that his underpants are off?
Yeah, that's what I've just fucking said.
Well, I'm reaffirming you, Ken.
Oh, right,
I'm backing
okay.
you up.
Oh.
Thanks for kicking me in the fucking dick.
One leg at a time.
Yeah, of
how
course.
do you like it?
Yeah, very clever, Ken. It's a very clever joke.
Thanks very much. Gold Iron. Mike should have been played by him.
Really?
Nah.
That's about as far as you're gonna stick it, Earl. You may be so crooked you got to screw your head on. But you're not pulling my strings.
No, Cold Iron. I'm pulling your plug. You're off the project as of right now.
Let me tell you something, mister. You fire me and I'll make more noise than two skeletons making love in a tin coffin, brother.
Next scene, on the rooftop, Denny and the local drug dealer called Chris R.
Really? I didn't know he had a name. Oh, is that who plays him?
No. That's
his
the name of the
character
character,
name?
Chris R. Because
No.
he does say, oh, hello, Chris R. That's how he fucking says
What the fuck?
So Denny says hello to him. Chris R is probably the best actor in the film. He's only in it for 5 seconds, but he's the best thing in the film.
Ah, dear.
He asks where his money is. Denny says it's coming in 5 minutes. So Chris R responds by throwing him to the floor, pulls a gun on him.
Where's his money coming from? 5 minutes. He's on the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Was he ordered some money?
Well, this should have been shot in the alleyway. Tommy Wiseau said it would have had more gravitas if they shot it on the rooftop, but didn't think to take the basketball off Denny. Wiseau had a basketball on the rooftop. So he kept that, but they shot it on the rooftop. Cost $18,000 or $18,000 to reshoot it on the rooftop.
It's not a fucking real rooftop.
But they had to tear the alleyway set down and put the rooftop set back
It's
up.
not a real alley. What?
Yeah, they're all sets, aren't they? But they've got to tear them down and rebuild them.
Yeah, but they were used for other scenes. Whether you not do...
No. Tommy Wiseau was doing it on the fly and being like, okay, now we need to do more shots on, because the crew would tear down sets thinking they were done, and Tommy Wiseau would be like, oh no, we've still got more sets.
Fucking lunatic.
So he also shot simultaneously on 35mm film and high definition video, because Tommy Wiseau was confused about the difference between the two formats. So he decided to use both of them, as he wanted to be the first director to shoot on film and HD simultaneously. In order to do that, he had a custom fucking mount constructed to house both the cameras, unaware that he'd need a different crew and lighting setup for each type. And so he only actually ended up using the HD camera footage. He couldn't use the film because the lighting was off, and it cost him $100,000.
How much fucking money did he have to make this? The idiot.
Well, he's independently wealthy. Like Greg Sestero in his book, like he says Tommy Wiseau says some bollocks about leather jackets imported from Korea. Is how he made his money, and in housing as well around LA. Like he was independently wealthy before he made this. But then some other people have said it was organized crime, money laundering.
Wow,
it's a tangled web. This
Isn't
read the
it
book,
just?
guys. Greg Sestero, the disaster artist. But anyway, Chris R. He's wrestled to the fucking ground. He asks where his money is, but luckily Johnny and Mark.
They're also just on the roof.
Yeah, they're just there.
That's lucky.
They run up, they outpour Denny, they wrestle the gun off Chris R and hold him down. Lisa and her mom appear instantly out of nowhere.
They're also on the roof.
Yeah, I don't know how big this
It's a
rooftop
busy
is.
old fucking roof, isn't it, this?
They're screaming for help, and then off screen Johnny says, let's take him to the police. Lisa, oh god, this fucking bit now with between Denny and Lisa where they're screaming at each other.
And the mom just
And the
joining in.
Fucking mom.
Fucking hell.
I owe him some money. What kind of money? I owe him some money. What kind of money?
Cash money.
Everyone starts crying. Denny admits to buying drugs.
Yep, he says, what? Why?
What kind of drugs? I wanted to buy drugs. What kind of drugs? Lisa's screaming in Denny's face. Denny said he needed the money to pay off some stuff. How much do you owe him? And Denny, pathetically, stop ganging up on me. Denny, you're 35 years old, man.
It's a fucking emotional piece, this.
Claudette wants to know how he got mixed up with a dangerous human being like Chris R. You're not my...
reasonable question.
You're not my fucking mother, screams Denny. And Lisa responds by hugging him.
It says, oh, well, maybe I am.
I'm surprised they didn't write that into the
I'm
script, to
not.
be honest. And then they never mention it again.
I'm not, but maybe I am.
My note is I have no idea what's going on now.
No. Thankfully, the scene ends and we never return to that.
If only the scene ended, Ken. Johnny and Mark come back.
Oh, sorry, yes.
They pop back to hug everyone, and Johnny asks, why, Denny? Why?
Are you okay, Denny?
I'm okay.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
What's okay? He's taking drugs.
Come on, stop. It was a mistake.
A mistake that he takes drugs.
Let's go home. Come on, it's clear.
What's clear? I am going to call the police.
Mom, stop. It was Denny's mistake. Just stop.
Oh.
Let's go. Why did you do this? You know better, right? Why?
I'm sorry.
You know better, Denny. You almost got killed.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again, I promise.
Denny, you know that Johnny's like your father. And we're your friends. We're going to help you.
Let's go home.
We cut to Lisa later anyway. She's on the phone to Mark, telling him she misses him. Well, Mark isn't happy, and he wants to know why she's doing this. And it's over between them. Lisa says she still has feelings for him, and he doesn't care. End of scene. There's a lot of these scenes where you're just like, oh, why is this even in the fucking film? Wiseau.
Speaking of which, let's head back to the roof.
Oh, for the clip. It's in our trailer, people. Yep. I did not hit her. It's bullshit. We'll play this fucking clip.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
It is a fucking fantastic line read, isn't it?
It's incredible.
Is it your favourite of the film, or is there something else you preferred?
I don't know. I think it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the shift,
I
think.
Throws the bottle down.
Yeah.
Doesn't even look to where Mark's sitting.
Why is Mark on the fucking roof?
You can say that again. That's what Mark says. And Mark's just up there thinking about if girlfriends of vaguely Eastern European best friends cheat like guys do. And Mark tells us a harrowing tale of a girl he knew who dated a dozen guys until one of the guys found out about it and beat her up so bad she ended up in the hospital. How would you respond to that, Ken?
I would laugh in the face of that person. What a fucking great story. That's really funny.
I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, you can say that again.
I'm so happy I have you as my best friend, and I love Lisa so much.
Mark just can't work women out, he says. Sometimes they're too smart, sometimes they're just flat out stupid, other times they're just evil. And I'm looking over and Ken's nodding at that sentence.
Oh, my just.
And Tommy wisely says, "It seems to me like you're the expert, Mark."
Yeah. It's too long, isn't it, the way he says expert?
Expert. He prolongs it too much for my liking,
He does
Ken.
indeed.
They laugh, and then a cut. And then they're very serious again.
Oh, sorry, I was yawning.
Fucking Tommy Wiseau's here. Johnny presses him again. "What's wrong, Mark?" Mark replies aggressively and leaves. And leaves him with the football, and he's just him alone, tossing the ball to himself. Denny turns up, so he's not alone for long.
Of course not. Denny sniffed him out.
Denny asks if they're going to the cinema later. Johnny says they are, but he says don't plan it too much in case it doesn't turn out right.
What the fuck is that all about? How can you're only going to the cinema? Can that turn out differently to how you expect?
All right, let's toss the ball around.
Okay, whatever.
Because Denny's got something very serious to tell Johnny about Lisa.
Everything's so serious in this film, isn't it?
He says, Ken,
Go on.
she's beautiful.
Well, yes.
She looks great in a red dress.
Doesn't she just?
Denny's in love with her. Sometimes, when he's around her, he wants to kiss her.
What?
And tell her that he loves her.
What?
That's exactly how... To be honest, that's actually better acting, Ken, than what fucking Tommy gives us, to be honest.
Yeah, huh?
Johnny says, "Don't worry. Lisa loves you, Denny, as a person, as a human being, as a friend." And tells him that if a lot of people loved each other, the world would be a better place.
Isn't that fucking true? Isn't that true?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. What he's failing to notice there is that Denny's saying he really wants to have sex with Lisa.
Denny is shocked Johnny doesn't give a fuck about what he says. And Johnny says, "I trust you and I trust Lisa." So in other words, even though he's part man, part cheddar cheese, Johnny is still not threatened sexually by Denny.
No.
And why would you be?
Yeah, I don't think you would be, would you?
No. Johnny then asks about Elizabeth, who we've never met or mentioned before in the movie. Denny says that, he loves her and he'll marry her once he finishes college and gets a good job. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so that's okay then, isn't it? So that's all clear.
I also love her as well. That's fine.
Yeah, and her.
And then just some incredible line readings from Johnny to see us out.
Thanks for paying my tuition.
You're very welcome, Denny. And keep in mind, if you have any problems, talk to me and I will help you.
Awesome. Thanks, Johnny.
Let's go eat, huh? Come on, let's go. Let's
Right
go.
on, John.
I'm starving. Let's work.
Over to Lisa and the blowjob girl from earlier. What's her name?
Michelle.
She tells her Johnny hit her last night whilst drunk and she doesn't want to marry him anymore. Johnny is okay, but she's found somebody else. And sure enough, she betrays Mark as well and tells her friend that it's him that she's been sleeping with, even though they're supposed to keep it a secret.
Shit.
And Michelle says that Lisa's just thinking about herself and someone's going to get hurt and that she needs to be honest with Johnny. Lisa refuses and says it would devastate Johnny if I told him, but she loves Mark and has no more feelings for Johnny. That is until the dopamine of the new relationship with Mark rubs off and she goes hunting for someone else to make her feel alive again. Bloody women. She says she doesn't feel guilty about it at all and she's happy and makes her friend promise not to say anything. As long as Lisa's happy and as long as she's getting what she wants.
Isn't it? That's the main thing.
Who cares what life she destroys as long as she's happy?
Where's she going to fucking live?
With Mark.
Where's Mark fucking live?
Next door. Probably.
Well, they shouldn't bump into each other after that then, should they?
Yeah. And I think Mark, flip side of that, Mark's just shagging a girl and fucking off. He doesn't have to deal with this bitch constantly.
Quite right.
It's one thing shagging him and leaving. It's another thing having to live with him 24 hours a day, right, Ken?
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Yeah, you can say that again.
I remember when I was more like Denny.
Oh, you're coming round my house.
Those were the days.
Asking for half a stick of butter.
Yes. And a quick nibble on your girlfriend. Hi, Dom, have you got any sugar? And can I please have sex with your girlfriend? You were like, oh, Ken.
Oh, you little brat.
Oh, I'm only joking. No, I'm not. Yeah.
But I love her.
Yeah. Catch you later.
Johnny comes back. He says, what's the secret you two have been talking about? Lisa says, it's between us women. And then Michelle leaves.
Yeah, he goes, fucking typical.
And this is when he says to her, I've never hit you. She never actually responds to the fact that why she's fucking said that to anyone. He just says, I never hit you.
And the fact that he knows that she said it as well, which doesn't seem unusual.
He says, you can't have any secrets from each other because we're going to be fucking married soon. And Lisa says that, are you sure about that? Maybe I'll change my mind. Women change their minds all the time. This is where Lisa goes into like full fucking comic book villain mode now.
Yeah, she goes evil.
She goes from being a sort of sociopathic woman to being like ridiculously over the top, I think.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, until now, maybe you're just thinking she's just some idiot girl who doesn't realise the repercussions of what she'll do. She's just there thinking, no, as long as I'm having fun, it's okay.
Yeah.
But now she's teasing him.
She's got to this point, they're 5 years into the relationship, it's got a bit boring. Mark's this new, it's not even a new guy, but it's because it's the friend, so there's a bit of danger to it. Mark doesn't really seem that fucking interested in her. But because it's new
He
and...
doesn't seem aware of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
It seems to be news to him every time she speaks to him.
That's
He's
true.
like, what?
That is true.
Yeah, remember when we had sex? What?
Yeah, Mark's got amnesia. But because it's new and it's exciting, therefore she wants this, not realising that once she leaves Johnny, she'll probably be like, oh, I miss Johnny. He bought me shit all the time, looked after me, looked after my family, whereas Mark's just this fucking dickhead who doesn't know his arse from his fucking elbow.
That's true.
Well, he's not happy anyway, Johnny. And he says, he pushes her actually onto the sofa and then starts laughing, crying. I'm not really sure what he's doing.
How dare you talk to me like that? Yeah, that's what he says. Tell me everything.
Yeah.
Which is a massive overreaction, really.
Yeah.
This is the first inkling he's got that things aren't right.
Yeah.
And he's taking it like she's fucking about to walk out, even though she said, maybe I'll change my mind. So she's only giving him a possibility. It's like kind of an emotional blackmail thing there where she's saying, well, maybe we won't get married. And he's treating it like she's got her bags packed and she's ready to fucking go with his reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's Johnny. He's an emotional guy.
Time for another great line read.
Here he goes.
We've got James Dean rolling in his grave as Johnny hits us with the, you're tearing me apart, Lisa!
Fucking amazing.
Oh, the way he delivers that and the action that he puts into it.
Mate, goosebumps.
You are lying. I never hit you. You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
Why are you so hysterical?
Do you understand life? Do you?
Don't worry about it. Everything will be all right.
You drive me crazy.
Good night, Johnny.
Don't worry about it. I still love you. Good night, Lisa.
Thoughts on that scene, Ken? Harrowing?
Very much so. Yeah, again, tears. I was in tears.
Yeah.
Flashbacks to real life breakups.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't believe it.
It is a bit raw, isn't it, and gritty?
I couldn't believe it, honestly. I just thought, where has he channeled that?
Yeah.
That's really, really powerful. It's difficult to speak about, to be honest.
Well, next day in an alleyway.
Oh, yeah, so it's okay. Right.
Mike has come to tell Johnny all about his pants scene.
The tragedy.
Yeah.
That's what he said. He said, I'm going to tell you about the tragedy of what happened earlier on in the film.
Yeah, he tells us what happened 10 minutes ago in the film for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's just the underpantes in the pocket of his pants.
But in detail, it takes him...
Too much, yeah. And Johnny is not listening, much like us at home. Doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah. And I know him describing a scene for 5 minutes that we watched 10 minutes ago is pretty much what the premise of this podcast. But fucking hell, it pissed me off here.
Yeah.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse...
Here's Denny.
Fucking Denny comes over with a football.
Yeah, hey, does anyone want to throw a ball at each other from really close?
Yeah, they're very fucking close, aren't
and
they?
They say,
these
yes,
three?
we would like to do that.
And I know you Americans are obsessed with playing catch or for fucking some reason.
It is catch, though, isn't it? It's like a kid's game of catch. It's not. They're not tossing the old pigskin from distance or anything.
Yeah.
They're literally as close as me and Dom are now, and that's just over a table.
Yeah. My question, Ken, because you're the most American of the two of us.
Hell yeah!
Why do the Americans love catch so much?
It's about asserting yourself sexually.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. Much like guns. It's all incorporated into the same thing.
So you throw the ball at each other,
but yeah,
if you miss it, you're more sexually.
You're weak. You're weaker.
Yeah.
So it's like like it's the phallus imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Of you're throwing the ball, which is your seed, and if somebody fails to catch it, then that's because they're unworthy of your seed, making them lower in the male hierarchy.
My friend's sister, she went to America and met up with some friends, and they were in a park in the summertime, little picnic blanket, classic American setting, and some lads were throwing the ball over them, in front of them. Is that like a show of,
that's
look how good we are at throwing a ball at each other?
Yes.
So women will fancy us?
Yes, because you are safe underneath our seed. That we are cascading above you. But we can deliver the seed, but we can also accept the seed.
Yeah.
Can you do the same?
Yeah. And I think my mate's sister was like, sorry, do you mind not doing that above us? And the guy's like, whoa, you're British. And she's like, fuck off.
Yeah. Did she put on a different accent?
Yeah, Chinese.
Yeah. Me no British!
I didn't fucking expect that, listeners.
Nobody expects they can be Chinese. Yes.
That's exactly what I think. Yeah.
I was one of those guys tossing the pigskin. Yeah, I was trying to assert dominance.
Were you Chad Hogan?
Yeah. Imagine my surprise when she turned out to be Chinese.
From University of Florida State.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alumni.
Whoa.
Yeah, aced every semester. Dude.
And did you get an A?
I got an A.
Wow. All-American quarterback.
On a scholarship. From the big city. Yeah, cowboy country.
Yeah.
Woo!
Sorry, Americans. I know you make up predominantly the most of our listeners.
I think they expect this of us.
Now,
I think it's
100 episodes in.
I think it just shows, how much we've embraced their lifestyle and their culture, that we're able to segue directly into it without it seeming in any way false or, sarcastic.
Yeah, because we take the piss out of everything.
Ironic.
Isn't it ironic?
Ironic.
And for you stupid Americans, irony is...
Yeah, you know the song. Yeah, that's not irony at all.
No,
which in itself,
it isn't ironic.
Which in itself is ironic. which we couldn't possibly expect you to understand.
Brilliant.
Still, God bless you all.
Everyone's just not really saying anything, and they're just laughing. Mark turns up to make it a foursome catch session.
Yep, they then they tell him the same story about the underpanties.
Yeah. Mark fucking gets really into it.
Mark, he actually says underwear. What's that? He doesn't even know what it is.
What are you talking about? I've never seen Lisa's underwear.
He doesn't even know, let alone had sex with her in Tommy's bed, Johnny's bed, or Tommy's bed.
Or Denny's floor.
His little sleeping bag that he's got at the end of it.
And Mark's like, well, tell me about this underpants story. And Mike's like, oh, I don't really want to say.
He said, good, because we fucking heard it twice.
And Mark's like, oh, come on, tell me. And with the gentlest of pushes...
Yeah, knocks him to the very ground by the bins.
Falls into the bins.
Knocks him into the bins.
He has to be carried away. He's so injured.
Do you want an ambulance?
Fucking hell.
So we haven't got one.
You've only fucking slightly fallen over, Mike, you fucking bitch.
Oh, dear.
No offence to you bitches out there.
Or Mike's.
Yeah, or Mike's.
Yeah, let's go home, Denny.
Yes, exactly.
And off we go. We all go home after that scene, which was incredible. And again, an absolutely vital piece of work.
I think what they've done there really well, Ken, is they set you up with the all-American pastime of not baseball, but football in an alleyway. And they crush your expectation of the scene by the violence at the end of it.
It is violence, isn't it?
And shatter that...
unexpectedly violent.
Yeah. They shatter your assumptions that it's all going to be okay because we're all playing a game we love and we're laughing.
I thought that. I was there. I was entering the scene with the preconceived notion that this friendship would never, ever be broken. Because these four guys, they're all peas in a pod.
Yeah.
They're exactly alike, except for Denny, who's older than all of them, but small. and then, suddenly, the earth-shattering violence of Mark nudging Mike into some bins really brought home how fragile our friendships really are.
It brings you back down to earth, doesn't it?
Well, because just like that, your friendships can change. And I think that's what's happened.
I think you're right, yeah.
With the sudden raw violence of what Mark's done there.
Yeah.
And in many ways, isn't that what he's doing to Johnny? Not necessarily with the physical violence aspect, but mentally and emotionally.
You know what that is, Ken? That's just life's inertia, isn't it?
I think it is.
It's the outward force.
And the crushing internal pressure of having to deal with that. You're going to implode. It's going to happen, unless there's some sort of release. And the only release we've got at the moment is Lisa's vagina. That's taken a lot of releasing from everybody.
Well, speaking of Lisa's vagina, it's there with Lisa, and Claudette's there with her as well.
Is she looking at it?
No, they enter the apartment.
That's fair. That's her mum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Claudette's wondering why Johnny refused to buy a house for Claudette's mate. Did you hear that fucking dialogue?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I tell you who this is wanting a fucking house. It's Shirley Hamilton.
Oh.
It's her friend, Shirley Hamilton,
No.
right? She wants to put a down payment on the house, which she's naturally asked Johnny if he'll help.
Yeah.
And he said no.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit of an awkward time. What's a selfish bastard?
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with Johnny? Why wouldn't he pay $20,000 to a friend he doesn't know?
For his not even yet mother-in-law's friend.
Yeah.
To buy a house. I assume she's already got one.
Yeah, all he's doing is paying for a wedding in a month.
Yeah, which is continuously a month away.
Yeah,
somehow.
regardless of how close you get to it.
Yeah. Because likewise, his party that we've not had yet.
Yeah.
That was spoken about many times.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know about this anymore. I'm starting to think that maybe Johnny's not quite the guy I thought he was.
And Lisa says, well, never mind that. I don't love Johnny anymore, and I've slept with somebody else.
Oh.
She's like, what?
So how come you've never said anything like this before?
Well, meanwhile, Johnny, the fucking ghoul, is sitting on the stairs listening to everything, like the Phantom of the Opera.
And when you see where he was, how they've not noticed
He's
him.
right on the fucking stairs. If you look at the layout of this...
It's a spiral staircase, which means he would have been clearly visible when they walked in.
Yeah, if you look at the layout of this fucking room when you've seen him in earlier, he'd be right in front of them. With his... And just be laughing as well, you'd hear him.
Still, they've not noticed him. And so he overhears this, and he's absolutely beside himself.
Well, the mum's like, oh my God, who was it you slept with? And Lisa says, I don't want to talk about it. It's like,
well,
you've bought it up.
In that case, can we get back to talking about Shirley Hamilton and her fucking house?
Well, and this is another one. The mum's like, well, why bring it up? I was like, yes, Mum.
Yes, that is fair.
And Lisa says, I don't know. And let's leave anyway.
Yeah, anyway, you're coming to the party. And she's like, yeah, of course I am.
And then they leave. They've just walked in, said that, and then left the room again.
Yep. And then Johnny, there he is. Do you know what? He's got a plan, though, hasn't he?
Yep. And he does the one thing I say, he does the one thing. He's done nothing but things I hate. But the one thing he does that I hate in films is he fucking tells us what he's going to do instead of just doing it. It's a visual medium, Wiseau.
No. I didn't know what was happening. I'd lost the track of this by now.
She's cheating on me. I must record the phone.
Yeah, and I was like, no, okay, no, I'm going to have to watch that again. What? Yeah, but no, what he's going to do, he's got himself one of those little cassettes. One of those little cassette tapes.
I remember those.
Yes.
I had some of those.
Yeah, the listeners nowadays will be confused, scratching their young heads.
Yeah.
But no, a cassette tape. It was the precursor to a recordable disc, which was a precursor to, I don't know, whatever else came out. Dictaphone? Or was that was before it? Basically...
No, Dictaphone was your male escort service.
Very successful it was too. Yeah, it was basically where you record stuff on your phone these days, but back then you had to have a separate device attached to your phone.
Fucking right, you did.
Or as Tommy Wiseau seems to have, about 3 different ones attached to each other in the hope that one day you'd record something that was said. More on that much later.
Yeah. Takes ages to watch him do it as well, doesn't it?
It does.
Fucking forever. And he hides underneath the table the phone's on.
Yeah, which is sneaky.
Yeah.
But he presses record now.
Yeah.
The longest of those. The longest fucking cassette you could ever get. And it was a bit longer than the normal one, because, usual is 90, wasn't it? 60 or 90.
60, 90.
You could get 120.
Yeah.
That's the longest cassette I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In terms of listening length, obviously. Yeah. It wasn't that long. But
yeah, it's 6 foot long.
No fucking machine can play it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was the longest cassette I could ever.
Well, albums, 2-sided, weren't they? Albums.
Well, that's why I did it, because I was thinking some albums are only about an hour long, so you could get a whole album on one side and then the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's pressed record straight away in the hope that in the next 60 minutes something's going to happen.
Lisa will come back and ring Mark.
Yeah, but more on this later on with his foolproof plan that he's got himself here.
You look really tired today, Mom. Are you feeling okay?
I didn't get much sleep last night.
Why not? What's wrong?
You remember my friend Shirley Hamilton?
Uh-huh.
She wants to buy a new house, and so I asked Johnny if he could help her with the down payment. All he can tell me is it's an awkward situation. I expected your husband to be a little more generous.
Let's meet Peter.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I've got this as well. It's just like, who the fuck is Peter?
Yeah.
Another new character. How long are we in now?
He's played by Kenby Wilde. Of course he is.
Yeah.
Johnny can't understand women because they never say what they mean and they always play games.
Ain't that the truth, huh?
Yeah, you can say that again.
He tells Peter Lisa isn't faithful to him and asks him for his advice because Peter's a psychiatrist.
Of course he is.
And
psychologist.
Psychologist,
yes.
Yeah. Peter has no idea.
He says, just like, I don't fucking know. What are you on about?
He says, it's a complicated situation as I'm friends with both you and Lisa, and I don't want to get in between you. But if you want to, Johnny, you should confront her about it.
I can't confront her. I want to give her a second chance. After all, she's my future wife. You know what they say, love is blind.
Fucking hate the way he says that line.
Yeah, I've written that down as well. Anyway, Mark arrives.
Mark says women just confuse him. And he says he's...
Peter must be thinking, well, you two, fucking hell, I'm not coming around here again.
He says that he's been seeing a woman who's...
I've only met you both today. I fucking hate you both already.
He says he's been seeing a woman who's married and it's just so complicated. And then he says, Peter, you always play psychologist with us. I was like, you've just fucking asked him for his opinion, you dickhead. Peter tells Johnny to talk about his feelings to Lisa. Mark tells them both he's thinking of moving out because he's making too much money.
Totally changing the subject. I quite like that.
Yeah.
It just shows the self-centeredness of each character, isn't it?
Does,
just focusing on themselves at all times.
But anyway, is Johnny running beta breakers this year?
Peter? Is Peter running beta breakers?
Oh, was it Peter? I thought Johnny.
No, because Johnny looks to be answering the question
He said, I definitely am going to do
Yeah,
it.
I am sure. And then it was like, no, not
Peter's
this,
like, I
not
don't
this
want to.
year.
No. So Johnny,
This is the first time
but not the last.
that I don't know, really. I don't know if I liked this bit or whether I actually just thought, what the fuck are you doing?
Or despised it to
Yeah,
your very
I honestly
core.
don't know. I think I liked it because it's such a stupid thing to happen in conversation. Nobody would ever do this.
No. He calls Peter a chicken and then gives us the worst chicken impression since Arrested Development.
Chicken, Peter, you just a little chicken.
Who are you calling a chicken? I just don't like all the weirdos. There's too many weirdos there.
I don't mind. Mark, do you remember the one with big tits, the blondie one?
No, how about the one with the bridal gown with the sign?
Oh, yeah, can you marry me? I thought I would take her up on it.
I never ate so much.
Yeah, the barbecue chicken was delicious, right? That was cool.
They reminisce about this shit for a bit, about a barbecue, and
too many weirdos.
Johnny speaks about tits.
Yeah.
To try and sound human.
Yeah, but doesn't know what they are.
And even though they've been friends for years, Peter now decides the time to ask, so Johnny, how did you meet Lisa? It's like, we've been friends for years and we've been dating for 5 years. First time you asked. Well, turns out Johnny arrived in San Francisco with 2 suitcases and a check for $2,000.
He says, it's a very interesting story.
Yeah, it fucking isn't. He couldn't cash the check because it's an out-of-state bank.
It says he moved to San Francisco with 2 suitcases and the copy of the YMCA.
I think he meant he stayed in the YMCA.
Oh, no, I think he brought it on one of his extended length cassettes. The whole album.
Yeah. Anyway, he met her at a coffee place he was working at the end.
I met him at the candy store. Yeah, he was a busboy. He was a busboy in a hotel.
Well, fresh-faced young lad like that. Makes sense.
Yeah, please get my cases. Great cases.
It turns out the interesting part is more boring than the boring part. The interesting part of this story is that she paid for dinner.
Wow, what a great story.
What a story, Mark.
Yeah, and anyway, we're not in time for that now because Lisa arrives home to interrupt the story.
Yeah, she turns up, asks what's going on. Mark says hello and leaves.
Who's with Lisa? It's fucking Denny. Here he is.
He sits on the floor.
He does for some reason. Yeah, Mark, anyway, he makes his excuses. He leaves. Peter says, actually, I'm going to fuck off as well. I'm not being the only one here.
Yeah.
Denny
Fair
sits
enough.
on the floor unexpectedly behind a chair, which means the camera has to move past the chair to see him. And he just says, I want you to be happy. And then he also fucking leaves.
Every fucking scene is pointless, isn't it?
Yes. Because now we go Peter. He's on the roof. So when they left, he just went upwards instead of down.
Yeah, but did you notice that when Mark and Peter are on the roof, they say hello to each other like they haven't just come to the fucking roof together?
Yeah, so Peter arrives on the roof. Mark's already there, smoking the reefer.
My God.
Looks like
a jazz cigarette.
Looks like he's on the marijuana.
My word. The hashish.
I believe so. He's hooked on the hashish.
Yeah, he turns up and he says hello, and like, we've just fucking...
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah.
No, they don't. But, yeah, Peter's figured it all out. The psychologist that he is.
Yeah.
Egghead Peter.
Yeah, that's what they call him.
Yeah, he's figured it all out. And Mark, obviously, you know, marijuana obviously chills you out a little bit.
I know her, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Mark's got the other one that makes you fly into a rage immediately.
Yeah. Once accused of anything.
And threatens to throw Peter off the fucking roof to his death.
Yeah. Just for saying, have you had sex with Lisa? You're having an affair with Lisa.
Yeah, as well. No, he doesn't say that. No, I think Peter is innocent.
He wrestles Mark off, and Mark immediately apologises.
Yeah, which is what happens in films and TV shows usually.
Yeah. I mean, if I was fucking nearly thrown off a fucking building by a friend and he apologised, I'd probably just leave, to be honest.
Yeah, he just says, sorry about that. You are right. He says, yeah, I'm fine.
And then they sit down.
No problem. Tell me anyway about this.
And Mark kicks over the tables and chairs, admits that, you're right, I have had an affair with Lisa.
It's almost like he's actually been smoking crack
Yeah.
instead of marijuana. Maybe they got Denny's cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris R. over
Chris
it. Yeah.
R. He won't be happy. Finds out he's still dealing.
Yeah, he's right about Lisa, and she's such a manipulative bitch.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa. Owen Wilson turns up and goes,
Pete,
I don't know how he does it, but I think it's something like that. I think it's something like that, isn't it?
Peter tells him not to see Lisa again and definitely don't sleep with her again.
He says, okay, but maybe I will.
Yeah.
Do both.
He says Lisa's a sociopath who only thinks about herself and can't love anyone. Whatever, Mark says.
Fucking hell, Peter.
You've just asked Peter for help and he's told you, you're like, whatever.
I wish I'd thrown you off the fucking roof.
And then they head off the roof together and you do, in fact, watch them go through the door just in case.
As they did that, I noticed there was a bucket on the right-hand side, and in that bucket was some flowers.
Mm.
And I thought, I wonder who maintains the roof flower bucket.
Johnny.
You reckon?
Yeah. Hello, flowers.
Yeah, probably. I think you're right.
Next day, Johnny, Peter, Denny, and Mark, they're all in tuxedos.
Why?
No.
Just no.
Sorry, no.
No, I also wrote that, but in tuxedos. I thought it was the wedding.
So did I.
Yeah, but apparently no, the wedding has
No.
not happened, and there's no reason for them all being wearing tuxedos.
I like how Peter and Mark knock within 5 seconds of each other, so they would have definitely seen each other outside.
Yeah, and Denny, of course, has got a football with him. And
Yeah.
why not? Why not? Why don't we just all go outside and play? Peter obviously says no, because I'm wearing a fucking tuxedo. I'm not going outside and play football.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Cheep, 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 cheep.
Oh, he's a chicken. See, if they'd have done that, that's fine, because that is the noise a chicken makes. If they'd have made the noise of a chicken, I'd understand, but chickens don't go cheap. That's it, yeah. Like that, that's a chicken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't do any of that. But what they do is they do go outside to play football, and it's another great game, isn't it?
Yeah, special shout out to Johnny, who looks like he's never thrown anything in his life.
No.
Ever.
No.
Mark tells Peter to go long. He immediately falls over.
Yeah, he falls over like a prick.
Peter calls time on the game as they all help him up. And that's it for the tuxedos and that scene.
I actually wrote, and we don't get a wedding.
No.
Which is what I thought was the whole fucking point of them all doing that, and why Peter said no.
Yeah.
Still, no marriage yet.
Next scene is in a coffee shop. Luckily, we get to watch 6 people place their orders before we get to Johnny and Mark. Johnny's having a medium hot chocolate and Mark's having a medium mint tea, by the way, Ken.
Yeah. What's the fucking point of going there for that?
I'll tell you why they're there. Complaining about women, relationships, women.
Oh, okay then.
How was work today?
Oh, pretty good. We got a new client at the bank. We'll make a lot of money.
What client?
I cannot tell you. It's confidential.
Oh, come on. Why not?
No, I can't. Anyway, how is your sex life?
Oh, okay. A bit weird you brought it up, to be honest, Johnny.
Well, Johnny says, actually, now I've got to run. Bye, Mark. Let's go jogging next scene. We are together. Bye, doggy. You're my favourite customer. Bye-bye. And that's the end of that scene.
Yeah, it is.
Fucking hell. Next scene.
It's incredible, though, isn't it?
Mark is in the bedroom with Lisa. You know, like Peter's like, don't have sex with her or see her again.
Mm-hmm.
No. He's in the bedroom with Lisa. She says, come on, let's do it one more time.
She says, I like you very much, Mark. It's just like, no,
Wow.
Surely you've been through this. You've done all this.
I know. You
It's
don't
like,
stop
yes.
fucking ringing me.
Yes, we fucking know all this.
Don't have to ask Mark twice. You can say that again, says Mark. The music kicks in, and we're at sex scene number 4.
Yeah, one more time. And he's like, I don't think... Oh, go on.
Again, lasts too long. Overdubbing noises are a fucking nightmare.
This time, Mark gets some tits.
Yes.
So, well done. Well done to him. It's been a long time coming. And he finally gets to have a bit of that.
Yeah, you can say that again.
It is quite incredible how nothing's happened in this film yet.
I was very surprised that nothing happened. I was thinking, I'm sure there was a plot. When I first watched this, was there nothing that actually was supposed to happen?
Yeah.
But no, there isn't.
No.
But let's not change that now as we go into the end.
The mum visits Lisa. Same fucking conversation about
Yeah,
Lisa
what
being
have they
in
got
love.
to talk about?
Lisa being in love with Mark, not
For
Johnny.
fuck's sake.
The mum trying to convince her otherwise. The mum tries to cheer her up by telling her that she never wanted to marry her father.
Which is nice, isn't it?
And all men are assholes.
Yep. And she says, look, marriage has got nothing to do with love.
Mm.
And I thought, yeah.
Yeah, you can say that again.
We've got shots of Johnny walking around looking mental.
Yeah, it's because Lisa said, yeah, Johnny is okay. but he's wrapped around my little finger. And then she says, but I don't love him.
I don't love him.
I need to be alone.
He goes home and holy shit, it's a surprise party.
Oh, I've heard nothing of this. It's a surprise to us as much as him.
The whole gang's here.
Oh,
even some guy we haven't seen before, he's there as well.
Fucking rabble. Everyone talking at the same time about fucking nothing.
Yeah, they actually don't speak to each other a lot of them. They just laugh at each other.
And they sing Happy Birthday to him, though, which is a fantastic fucking song. And he's just there going over the top of it.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Yeah, just saying hello to people during the song. It's fucking terrible.
Anyway, Lisa tells everyone to go outside for some fresh air.
We get an electro beat. Lisa, she's exchanging looks with Mark.
Yeah,
which are
baby-faced Mark.
Obvious to fucking everyone except everyone at the party.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obvious to us, but nobody there.
Or Mark.
Yeah. And then she says, hey, everybody, let's all go outside for some fresh air. And they go, yes, immediately. And they all just evacuate the building like it's on fire.
I was going to say, I'm not sure why everyone just leaves. Like, if that was in Britain, you'd be like, hey, everybody, should we go outside? Most people would just be like, no.
No, just be like, outside's available if you want.
Yeah.
Would be a better option. Instead, it's like, let's all go outside right now for fresh air.
Yeah.
And they all do, except Lisa and Mark.
Yeah, she blocks Mark from leaving, guides him over to the couch, and they start making out.
Oh, my.
And then in comes the new guy.
Yeah, who the fuck is this?
Well, he seems very angry about catching them kissing.
Yeah. How can you do this to Johnny? What do you think? Who's this?
Yeah, why are you so angry? Who are you?
And we're not sure who he is, and they never say his name.
No, I had to look it up. His name is Stephen.
And who the fucking hell is Stephen?
If you think it's odd that he's talking so familiarly to them despite never being in the film, it's because the film ran so far over schedule that the actor who played Peter had to leave to do another acting commitment, so a new character was written in and the lines were given to him. This is Stephen.
Formerly known as Peter.
Yeah, which should have been Peter.
Which should have been Peter.
So if you look at it, if Peter came in, that would make sense.
That does make sense.
No, it's Stephen, and he's very fucking angry.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
But it does give us Mark's best line of the film.
What's going on here? Why are you doing this?
I love him.
I don't believe it.
You don't understand anything, man. Leave your stupid comments in your pocket.
But anyway, Stephen, he tells Lisa that Johnny's very sensitive.
I think he is.
And Lisa says that I don't care. I'm in love with Mark, so nothing fucking matters besides that. How can you do this? You make me sick.
Oh, dear.
Says random Stephen. And I think it's fucking hilarious that he's got the dialogue for this. It could have been Michelle that gave those lines.
It could have been somebody we'd seen, at least.
Or the mom or something. But no, it's Stephen, who we've never met
Mike
before.
without his underpants.
Yeah. Johnny and Michelle, they come back inside. Thank you, honey. This is a beautiful party. You invited all my friends. Good thinking.
It's not usually what happens at parties, is it? You just invite people they've never met.
Yeah. And she says, you're welcome, darling. You know how much I love you. And the look on random Stephen's face at that.
Oh, he's furious, isn't he?
Anyway, it's too hot in here. Why don't we go back outside so we can move the plot along a bit?
That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He's just coming back in, but
Anyway, Johnny has an announcement.
Where the fuck are we now? When he says let's go outside,
Yeah,
where have we
where
gone?
is this?
Where have we
That's
gone?
true.
That's not the fucking roof.
Yeah.
It's not outside by the bins. So where the earth are we?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're somewhere.
That's a good point.
It looks like a fucking outside restaurant or something.
Yeah. Johnny has an announcement to make. They're pregnant.
I hope it's something good.
They're pregnant.
We're expecting.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay.
Well, Michelle and random Stephen confront Lisa and tell her that she needs to tell Johnny about her philandering.
Oh, no.
And she says she will, but after his birthday party, as she doesn't want to ruin it.
It seems fair.
Oh, and her pregnancy's bullshit.
Yeah, and this is, when's the baby due? So there is no baby. What?
She told him to make it interesting, which is her actual dialogue.
Yeah, it's like, huh? Interesting.
Yeah. What, you're just a psychopath then, basically? They'll probably have a baby eventually anyway, so who cares if I'm pregnant now or 2 years from now?
Who cares if I'm pregnant for the next 3 years? It's fine. Although she just said she wants to leave him and not get married, but they probably will have a baby anyway at some point.
Yeah.
What's going on? Lisa!
You're tearing me apart, Lisa!
Why?
Lisa tells him not to worry about her, she's fine. And Michelle says they're not worried about her, they're worried about Johnny. And
I think, is this Stephen again that gets the line, I feel like I'm sitting on an atomic bomb waiting for it to go off.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Who the fuck are you, Stephen?
That's like the chief in Samurai Cop.
It's just like...
Lisa says she has to think about herself and her future. What are your thoughts on all this, Ken? Are you siding with Johnny? Are you siding with Lisa?
I've got to side with Johnny on this one. He's done nothing but love Lisa.
Yeah. But at the same time, if she doesn't love him, fair enough. But
yes, but the way she's going about it's underhanded and all
stringing him along. And
you know, he's there, he's planning for the future. He thinks he's got a baby that's just not fucking real. He thinks he's got a beautiful, beautiful wife-to-be who's having sex with his best friend, who he believes is his best friend. But he's not, because he's having sex with his beautiful, beautiful wife-to-be.
Yeah.
Who's pregnant but still drinking champagne, which nobody noticed at this party. Jeez. I mean, Stephen has arrived out of nowhere and he's sat on an atomic bomb. You've got a mom who's got breast cancer, so he's had to buy her best friend a house for some reason. There's a doggy.
Oh, hi, doggy.
In a florist, and he's their best customer. So, what has he done that's wrong? I can't see it. Apart from having oatmeal buttocks.
Oatmeal buttocks, and he can't speak English.
Apart from that. Yeah, and he can't bear to be in the same room as him because he's so wildly unpredictable. Apart from that, he's done nothing wrong here.
Yes, so random Stephen is worried about the impact on the friendship group. He joined about an hour ago. Now Peter's gone. He also doesn't think Mark loves her.
That's a wild accusation, isn't it?
Yeah. And Michelle says that she's going to have a hard time forgiving Lisa if she doesn't own up to Johnny.
She's going to have a serious rethink about their friendship.
Well, Lisa ignores that and sends everybody inside for some cake.
Yeah, she said, hey, everyone, let's go back inside now and eat some cake. And everyone goes, yeah, let's go immediately. And they all run off inside.
Mark asks Lisa if the baby is his whilst they're inside, and she tells him to stop asking stupid questions.
It's a little bit close, aren't they, at the moment?
Very close.
They're talking quite loudly.
Did you see Johnny, little kiss on the mom?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. Who the hell do you think you are? Asks Mark. And then Lisa responds by slapping him in the face in front of everyone.
Yeah, well, that's not going to go well. Because Johnny is immediately their protector.
Yeah, Johnny steps in asking what the fuck's going on. Mark laughs and says, you really don't know, do you? And he says, maybe I know more than you think I do, Mark. And pushes him.
Yeah, and obviously he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything at all, but still.
They end up having to be pulled apart.
Yeah.
Johnny apologises, shakes Mark's hand.
Yeah, he says it's all okay now.
I don't know why you do this twice. Why not have just a brawl at the end?
No.
Why do it twice?
No. It's all okay. That is all finished now. Until the very next scene.
Yeah, more time passes.
Where Lisa and Mark are dancing dangerously close. Perhaps the forbidden dance.
The Lombarda.
The Lombarda.
Bit of dirty dancing going on.
Yeah, well, Johnny's not happy. Because he's just turned back up. I don't know where he'd gone. Probably for a shit.
Probably.
Yeah, he's come back out. And, what are you doing? He's very unhappy.
Yeah, none of your business, says Lisa.
Jesus.
And then Mark. He's gone from not knowing what's going on in any scene ever to being a dickhead.
Yeah, what a total bastard.
He's like, leave her alone, man. She doesn't want to talk to you. Since when do you give me orders, Mark? Oh, hi, Mark. And pushes Mark. And he asks Mark to leave. Lisa tells Johnny not to spoil it. Mark tries to shake Johnny's hand, but this time he's having none of it.
Yeah.
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a motherfucker and an SOB.
Doesn't Mark say something like, if you can't satisfy...
Yeah, then she wouldn't have come to me. You son of a bitch.
And then we get more fighting. Overdubbed line, Johnny's giving us the chicken noises again.
Cheep, cheep, cheep.
Cheepy, cheepy, cheepy.
Not sure why.
Finally, they're pulled apart and Johnny declares, Everybody betrayed me. I'm fed up with this world.
It's incredible line delivery again. Fed up with this world.
I'm fed up with this world. He goes upstairs, locks himself in the bathroom.
Quite right, too. That'll show him.
Yeah. You're looking good there, Johnny. Well done. The mom, she helps clear up. The rest of the guests have left. And then she leaves Lisa alone in the apartment with Johnny.
This is my favourite line of the film.
You can come out now, Johnny. She's gone.
No, his response. His response. In a few minutes, bitch.
the way he says it as well. Fucking hell.
I fucking loved it.
Ridiculous.
You can come out now, Johnny. She's gone.
In a few minutes, bitch.
Yeah, Lisa, have that.
Well, she didn't like that, so
No,
she rings Mark and speaks loud enough so Johnny can hear her.
He's having a quick listen, isn't he?
Yeah, and she tells Mark Johnny's being a big baby and she loves Mark very much.
And Mark says, I want your body.
I want your body. Ooh, what a body, goddamn. He says, why don't you ditch this creep? I don't like him anymore. What a fucking little bitch Mark is. I don't like him anymore.
I'm not going to play with him.
Yeah.
Anymore.
She says Johnny isn't worth it. And how about I come up and spend the night with you? And Mark says, sure, baby. Ooh, I want your body. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, that sounds great. Hubba, hubba.
She shouts, as Johnny can hear, that she's on her way. And then he comes out the bathroom and asks who he's talking to. And Lisa says, nobody. And Johnny says, well, we'll see about that. And he goes down.
Finally.
Pulls out the tape recorder. How the fuck did this
4 weeks after he set the trap.
How the fuck did this tape recorder record this? Because the phone he's recording off was downstairs. No one picked it up.
Aha, Lisa.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
It is if it's a shared line, surely.
Yeah, but you have to pick the phone up to record off it.
I don't fucking know.
Come on, Ken. You act like you've never recorded someone's phone message before.
Yeah, but not from the same device. I'm going to be hacking through the wiretap.
Ken's like Seagal in...
Yes, I'm messing about with fucking cassettes. I have to break in their house to put a cassette in there and hope that in the next 60 minutes something happens.
Yeah, every time.
I have to break
every
hour and turn the tape over.
Just see Ken in ninja outfit, just putting a new tape in.
Fucking ridiculous.
He plays the tape anyway, and we hear the conversation between them that we've just heard.
Oh, wow. I'd forgotten what they said, so that was great.
Johnny calls her a tramp and wonders how she could do this to him after giving her 7 years of his life.
7 years now.
Yeah, it's gone
So
up.
that's 2 years we've been planning this birthday party.
Yeah.
Ignoring his previous 2 birthdays. And I still haven't got married.
I like how she calls him a little prick.
I do as well. Which again, I thought, he hasn't written that, has he?
No, I bet she's fucking ad-libbed that
I
out.
bet she has.
And Johnny's heard enough, and he throws the recorder against the wall.
Ruining his only evidence.
Yes. Lisa tells him she's leaving him, and she walks out. Then we get the Vietnam flashback scene. Johnny, he's remembering all the scenes of the film previously.
It's chaos, isn't it?
Much like Ken and I have been doing since we've watched it.
He's been betrayed by everyone. He hasn't got a friend in the world.
He's fed up with this world.
He says, get out, get out, get out of my life!
He does scream that out.
He can't believe what's happened. And what a fucking breakdown. You know, like in the start of Apocalypse Now, Martin Sheen.
when he's he's drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that. You know, in in Double Impact, where Van Damme's getting images of his brother having sex with his girlfriend. I think I'd rank this above both.
I think it tops it. Yeah.
It's above both. It's just so emotional.
I love the order you put those in.
Yeah.
Apocalypse Now, Double Impact.
Then Double Impact.
The Ring.
And then this above both.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's destroying the whole house.
Yeah.
Oh, it's shocking. I've done the same thing.
Multiple
yesterday.
times. Yeah.
Yesterday, just before bed.
But it's only because he couldn't find something in there. It wasn't like anything.
No, it's because she'd moved it. Yeah.
Yeah.
She, obviously, when I asked her, she was like, it's there. I was like, oh. I was just like, that's silly me. Sorry about
But I've destroyed the house.
Sorry about the mess. I'll get a new house. Sorry for burning that one down. Yeah, so, and then he fucking throws the TV out the window.
He fucking does, yeah.
That's a big heavy bastard.
Yeah, one of the old school ones.
Back then, with a big old fucking back to him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Weighed a fucking ton, they did.
Yeah. Not to him. He's in a furious rage.
I think he jizzes in his pants at one point.
I think he does, because he starts smelling her dress, and then I think he just like dry humps himself to climax.
He does, yeah.
I don't know what that was about, but I think he does.
I think so.
But then he tears the dress up, perhaps to, wipe himself off a bit.
Then he grabs a gun out of a box. Is that Chris R's gun that he took from him earlier?
I don't know. It's in a very small treasure chest.
It is,
isn't it?
His hope chest.
I don't know why he's got one of them.
Yeah.
He's got a tiny treasure chest. And inside is perhaps a stolen gun from a known criminal.
Then he puts the gun in his mouth and he pulls the trigger.
Why? Why is this happening to me? Why? It's over. God, forgive me.
Everything will be all right. Good night, Johnny.
Cut to Mark and Lisa arriving on the scene. They must have heard the gunshot.
They must have, yeah, because they were just outside, weren't they?
Yeah. They're trying to wake him up, even though his head's fucking splattered against the opposite wall, probably.
It's like, is he dead? She keeps shouting. Probably,
He's got no fucking back of his head, so probably.
He probably is, look. I don't think he's joking.
Lisa freaks out when she realises he is dead. Mark leans down and kisses him on the forehead.
Yeah. Must you betray me with a kiss?
Must you betray me?
With a kiss? No, but this got to be it. Surely that's that part, yeah?
Yeah.
That's got to be biblical that he's doing that.
Yeah.
He's now treating himself like Jesus.
Yeah.
And Mark is his Judas.
Jesus!
It'd be great if Mark suddenly broke into that.
Yeah.
Called him a jaded Mandarin.
Yeah. Not the worst thing he's been called in this. I've lost him, but I still have you, right? Says Lisa to Mark.
Oh, Lisa.
And she hugs Mark, but Mark pushes her away. You didn't have me. You'll never have me. You killed him. Mark, instantly taking no fucking responsibility.
There he goes, you see. Classic male tropes.
He calls her a tramp and the cause of all of this. Oh, man. He says he doesn't love her and he calls her a bitch. And he wants, get out of my life. Oh, get out.
Well, there's only one way this can get better.
Go on.
Here's Denny.
Fucking hell. He's already crying before he even gets in the room. What the fuck?
Quite right, too. I'd make sure he was crying at all times in his life.
Denny turns up crying like a little dick, is what I've written. And he tells them both to leave so he can molest Johnny's corpse in peace.
Yes, he fancies some oatmeal for supper.
They decide to stay with the body just in case.
They ignore him just for the sake of preserving the body intact.
They all gather round for a good old cry over the corpse. Police sirens can be heard. We slowly creep away from the scene before anyone notices we've escaped. The end.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Got a body count for you, Ken.
Okay, is it one?
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's Johnny.
Oh, fucking hell. It's Johnny.
Suicide by gunshot.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that.
So what did you think, Ken? Is this the second time you've watched it?
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the clips many, many times.
Yeah.
To the point of me believing I'd seen the film more often.
Yeah.
But fucking hell. I ain't sat through that more than twice. Absolutely not.
I have. This has been back when this was first released. You know, I gave it you on USB.
Yeah.
I would give this to people and watch it with them just to see their reactions. And this is a film you need to watch with people. You can't watch it on your own.
Well, I did, unfortunately.
Yeah. When I was making notes and watching it, I was like, fuck, it drags on. But with people and with their reactions and stuff, it is great. I mean, they do midnight screenings of this, don't they, where people do, similar to Rocky Horror, they bring spoons and shit and throw them on the stage and whatnot.
And chickens.
So, yeah, they bring rubber chickens
American
and stuff.
footballs and stuff.
Yeah. So it has become sort of a midnight cult film. But, yeah, watching it on your own, I wouldn't advise it.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
But did you enjoy it?
I wouldn't say that either, no.
But I think as the case is, I enjoyed speaking about it, which is an unusual thing, isn't it? Because I think Samurai Cop, you can enjoy watching it on your own.
Yes. Yeah. This, it's just so difficult to watch. And especially without turning it off at some point.
Yeah.
It's almost there that you're thinking, I really hope I need a piss in a minute. So I can turn it off for a minute, and leave.
Yeah.
And then come back.
I mean, people say this is like the worst film ever made, but, with the stuff that we've covered, I think stuff like Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny is worse because it's so fucking difficult to watch that sort of shit.
Yeah, I think that's worse. That was a whole new fucking benchmark.
And in terms of
a whole new ball bag, that film.
Yeah, as the popular phrase goes.
That's a whole new ball bag.
But I would also say, even a famous one like Manos is more difficult than this because Manos is so devoid of fucking amusement.
Yeah, nothing really happens there either.
No.
But, nothing happens really. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
At least people are talking.
Yeah.
At least stuff's going on, even though it goes nowhere.
So you wouldn't put this above Santa and the Ice Cream Bunny as worst we've covered?
No.
I wouldn't even put this in the top 10 of the worst things we've covered.
No, it's terrible, but it's amazing in its level of terrible. It's definitely one of those where he's come out and he said, yeah, it's on purpose, did it all as a bit of a joke. You'd be like, you could not deliberately make a film this bad and it be this good.
No, 100% agree with you.
You couldn't do it. It'd be embarrassing that you'd watch it thinking, oh no, because they're all in on this. This is just fucking cringe. But the fact that this is cringe, but it's not intentional, is better.
Yeah,
makes it a whole world above that, and it's a fucking awful film. Every line is weird.
Yeah,
it's repetitive.
And it's not just like whole scenes could be removed, like multiple scenes in a row could be removed.
Half the film could be removed, if not more than that. So that's why IMDb haven't removed that comment that you said, because it's a fact.
Yeah.
Nothing happens again.
No.
Until the end of the film. Denny, not a fucking clue why Denny's in it.
No.
Absolutely no reason for that character to be in it. The mom, fair enough, bit of a sounding board, but don't need to have the same conversation four times.
It's just the same conversation, yeah.
If you're going to have anyone to have a sounding board off, why don't you just use Michelle?
Yeah, or Peter.
Or Stephen.
Or Stephen.
Whoever the fuck he was.
Brand new Stephen.
Or Mike, who I don't think was at the party after his underpants debacle.
He was getting fed cake.
Oh, he was, yeah, and he got that on his face and did the
gurning face
I'm having a blowjob face.
Yeah.
Which is maybe just food related.
Yeah.
But he could have had more of that with Michelle instead of Stephen fucking turning
just
up.
adding a new character right then makes no sense whatsoever.
But the whole film, it's a fucking awful film, but it's very, very funny. It's mental it ever got made, and it's because it's so mental that it's still relevant. Well
said. Is it going in the cult?
Ooh.
Let me have a think.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's in there, and it's got to be one of the top fucking entries into the cult.
Yeah, you can say that again.
What are we doing now? Are we done?
Yeah, fuck it, that'll do, won't it?
Yeah, fucking
what do the bloody listeners think of The Room? Have you heard of it before?
They're not here.
Have you ever heard of it?
I
bet you never have you?
No one's heard of this.
Same as us. We'd never heard of it until all you lot told us about it. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
It's in our first rodeo.
But I think we'll also say as well, as we've hit 100 episodes, thanks for listening for this fucking long. Did I think we'd hit 100 episodes? Probably not, no, to be honest. Or maybe I thought we might have hit it a bit sooner. I don't know.
I think we did hit it a bit sooner, but you kept saying bonus ones weren't counted.
Yeah, I don't think they should.
It's your fault, really, isn't it?
I suppose so.
Plus, the bonus episodes, not really any different to these ones.
Well, the original bonus ones were.
Maybe.
I think the original bonus ones, because they didn't have pictures on, which is why we did as bonus, yeah. And then we just stopped doing pictures and everyone because we started running out of ideas.
It's because, we're not an unstoppable creative force,
That's true.
Yeah, but yes, as Dom said, thank you very much for listening this far, and long may it continue. Thanks to all the other podcasts that get in touch with us as well, that retweet us, that like our stuff. Same goes for you, obviously. We try and do the same. We have been asked to collaborate. Unfortunately, we are notoriously lazy.
Yeah.
And we only get a chance to do this once a month anyway.
Yeah.
Don't we, to actually sit face to face and record our own episodes. So to throw in somebody else's episodes and meet the recording times and everything, it's just rather...
Yeah, that's all Ken's fault as well.
Rather difficult.
Ken just can't be fucking bothered.
I'm not allowed out of the house, mate.
Yeah, that's also true.
It's because I'm too bloody attractive, I've told you.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed out. I've got to send photographic evidence of me being with you just so she doesn't think that I'm with an absolutely outrageously attractive lady.
That's very true.
Yeah, which you look nothing like. No offence.
That's fair enough. Yeah, and also gets you off our fucking backs about covering the room. So that's a big millstone off our fucking necks, which is the most important thing. And we're free to explore a life of religious fulfillment.
Well, that is nice, isn't it?
We're going to be back with you next month, though. Don't think we're fucking done. We're not done one and done at fucking 100.
Oh, no. We're not Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100. Try that.
We're going to be back with my birthday month.
Oh, no.
Yay! Ken loves this time of year.
Shit.
We are going to be covering, I'll tell you two of them. We haven't decided on the bonus ep, which is going to be my actual birthday episode, because truth be told, I haven't yet.
Yeah, right. Fucking Night Trap. Again. You just do the same one.
But what we are going to be covering, we're going to be opening the month with a horror classic.
Ooh.
And not only that, we're going to be having a special guest on the podcast.
What?
Yeah, we tried this before. Second time's a charm. Before we did try to get big Lucas B. Wilde in.
Oh, that's right. Yes, we were in the House of Death.
We were, but the recording conditions and the quality of the recording...
the ghostly presence stopped us.
Just absolutely murdered us, so we couldn't release that. Maybe we're hoping to get Lucas back on at some point to either do the same episodes again or to maybe do something else. So we are hoping to do that. But actually, we're going to get friend of the podcast... Mr. Tom Ellis on, who's been mentioned on this podcast before with horror recommendations and whatnot.
Who is this Tom Ellis?
He's a fan of the pod. He's a friend of mine. He's been on a date with Ken to the cinema to watch Terrifier.
Oh, that's true, yes.
And he's coming on to talk about one of his favourite horrors.
I go on so many dates with listeners.
Talking about one of his favourite ever horrors, which is Phantasm. So we're starting the month off with our first guest, Mr. Tom Ellis, covering Phantasm. Maybe he'll stick around for the month, maybe he won't. Depends how well he does on that first episode.
We'll see how we get on, yeah? We'll see how he gets on.
We're going to have our bonus episode, which is going to be my... And I think, because knowing what Ken's covering for his, which we won't mention now...
See, I'm very open with mine. Dom, very, very close to his chest.
I think, because Ken's covering what he's covering, for my bonus episode, we're going to be covering Brandon Lee, The Crow.
Ooh.
For my bonus ep.
Good grief.
And then we're going to be ending the month with an action classic. Give the fans what they want. And we're returning to Big Steve Seagal.
Oh.
And we're going to be doing Under Siege. That's an incredible month of films.
What a fucking month.
And I say that now knowing full well that Ken is lining us up for an absolute belter of a month afterwards as well. Which I'm very excited to share with you once we get to it. But until then, June, 3 great films for you to look forward to. We hope you join us for them.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you in June, and thank you for sticking with us for the 5 years we've been doing this.
100 episodes somehow only in 5 years. Lazy fuckers that we are.
Where do we find the time? There's podcasts that have been out for 5 years that have done about 400 episodes. Me and Ken are like, why have they got so many listens? It's because they've released 400 fucking episodes.
They release one every fucking week. Yeah, well, we've
and
got
10
work
minutes
to do.
long.
We've got work to do, and every one of our episodes over an hour.
Yeah.
So stick that up your ass.
Fucking hell, over 2 hours. See ya.
Anyway, thanks again.
Oh, hi, Mark. What a story.
Just to show you what love you will. I
did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Mark.